Thought day would go a little longer. Anyways, how the hell's everyone doing? The like 4 non-comics in the crowd, thank you.
Yeah.
Someone knows how this works. I say that, they clap, or say, woo, yeah. It's better when the crowd's drunk, right? Speaking of that, drinking, drugs. I hurt my back last week, and I held off. Anyone who was here last week probably saw me sweating more than I usually do. Because normally I sweat like Richard Nixon when he debated Kennedy. Very dated reference, I know, especially for a youngster like me. But recently this injury, and I've just been sweating. I've been sweating so bad, just like a fat guy staring at a bucket of chicken in front of a girl's pussy. Like it's just, it's been horrible. Middle of winter, people are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Are you on drugs? I'm like, no, but I used to be. And so, that's what I want to talk about tonight. I'm sober, and when I say, I got beer in my hand, so, anyone gets technical about it, fuck off. When I say sober, I mean like, pills, heroin, the good stuff. The stuff life is, made for, enjoyable. It's been about a year of sobriety, quote unquote, and hey, Matt Steve in the house. And so, with the back injury, I got prescribed a little amazing pill called Somas. If you don't know what that is, it's a muscle relaxant, and if you haven't had it, I feel sorry for you, because it's the best thing in the world. And you take them, and if you take too many, you get what they call the Soma shakes. Now, normally I shake a little bit. I got nerve damage, and so it gets really bad with me. So, anyways, back in the day, I went and decided, I'll get some heroin. Well, it wasn't like I was decided. That was like every day I need it. It wasn't like, oh, I'll have some today. It's like, I need it today. And, while I'm waiting for the guy to show up, I take some Somas. And they kick in hard. I'm shaking, and then the dealer shows up. I go, and for anyone here, anyone ever done heroin? Show of hands. Yeah? No? Yes, 2 people. Let's talk after. I'm ready to break my sobriety. Just kidding. But I met the heroin dealer, and if you don't know, most of them are Mexican. That's not racist. That's a fact. Most of them don't speak English, so don't ever try to bargain with them or ask, for a front. And so I got the heroin. It comes in a balloon. So I had this little balloon, but I have the Soma shakes. I'm walking back to my place just like this at like 10 in the morning, like a fucking mess. And I dropped in my neighbor's yard, and they have all the rocks in their yard. So now I'm crawling through their yard, just bumble-fucking, like just fucking, and they come outside like, oh, did you lose something? I go, yeah. And they go, what? And I go, it's a little balloon. And immediately they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's something I really need. I don't know why I didn't lie. I didn't even try, I lost a piece of jewelry, like I lost a ring. It was just, I straight up, little balloon. And I'm shaking through the rocks. Like, I look like someone's been tasered. And it's just it's a fucking mess. But I found it. And, it went on to be a good day after that. Except for one little problem. Turns out my neighbor, she was retired, but her job was actually working with drug addicts. So she goes to my mother and says, hey, your son was stumbling through my yard like a fucking zombie that's tweaking? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, he wanted a balloon, and I think he was getting something like heroin. And, my mom comes and asks me, are you doing heroin? And meanwhile, I'm like this. No, what? Why would I do that? No, I know people have died. And the thing, she knew. And eventually, she knew, and then, but she didn't actually hear it from me, so she kind of wanted to believe, maybe not. But then, ex-girlfriend decides to tell her, guess what Blake's doing? Like a bitch. Right? I appreciate the sentiment of trying to get me help, but come on. Don't be like that. And so lots of moments like that happen. I went to jail over pills because I didn't want to swallow them then. I figured I'd save them. The cop didn't feel the same way. He figured to confiscate them. And that's how life works when you do drugs. And that's pretty much all I had to say. Just want to tell a little story about drug addiction and how fun it is. My name's Blake Howse.